Probably should have made sure that autopilot worked before I stood here in front of it. Anyway, hello space engineers, welcome back to Hephaestus Prime, Wellington 6012 here. How you all doing? Hope you're well. Only feels like 5 minutes ago that I said goodbye to you all, and well, actually it was just 5 minutes ago. So continuing on with where I left off last time, basically. Now, happily, the Angry Lion made a bit of a surgical strike on those guns up at the bunker, so I'll head off up there now in the flyer, and we'll have a bit of a chat about what we're going to get up to today, because I don't actually quite know. But anyway, so as I sort of mentioned previously, keen to stretch the legs, and actually I think I might take the buggy up there. Yeah, just for a bit of a change. I haven't taken this out for ages. So I mean, I've done quite a lot in here. I mean, obviously I've only sort of squashed them down to some quite short episodes, but I've been in that base quite a bit doing, well, that recycling pit. Whoa, that was a bit of a jump. That recycling pit, that took me hours. Same with the production facility, refining, all that sort of stuff. I mean, the storage was a whole separate thing by itself, just about. And of course, all the mega hours that I spent on those time was in the welding section and engineering department. So I've been in there for quite some time. I think the last time I was out would have been to go and recce that fighter base, and well, that went well. So today is a little bit of a revenge as well against the space pirates. Yeah, so we'll go up there and I'll have a go at taking this base out. I think because I got rid of those external guns I should be pretty right. Just going up this corner of the lake. I don't recall, I did check this and I know the beast couldn't get up here, but I'm pretty sure the buggy can get up, so I'll just take it easy. But then the rest of this episode, I'm not really too sure actually, as I just get a bit out of control there. Oh gosh, it's a little bit craggy there. But, oh no, it's getting over it. Yeah, go the buggy. It's an awesome little machine, this. What was I saying? Yeah, so it's quite late where I am, so I'm just going to deal with this bunker and then I'm going to call it a night, and I'll come back to the game tomorrow, the next day or something. So then I'll sort of figure out what I'm doing. I'll have a walk around the base. I think what I'm going to do is, because not only is it late where I am, but it's actually getting a little bit late here in the afternoon on Hephaestus Prime, so by the time I get back it's probably going to be dark, so I'll be working inside again. So one of the things that I think I might do, which isn't urgent, but I've been meaning to do it for a while and just now seems as good a time as any, I think we'll have time today, is put a little bit of a fortification in the base. So I want to put some blast doors on the front of it. Now this is that whole, you know, remember I put in that button when I had the when I put the turrets in, and I wanted to do a red alert thing, so I could just press a button and the whole station is going to go and it'll, you know, lock down. So part of that will be the door shutting, and I'm just thinking about I might have a couple of turrets pop up out of the front, a bit like the lids pop up. And I don't think they'll actually ever get used for anything really in anger, but it might be quite a cool little bit of functionality that happens. And yeah, so that's what I think I might do. The other thing is obviously building or rebuilding from a blueprint the centipede grinder attachment to finish off up here, and I'll probably do an extra storage module. So, whoa, gosh, a little bit of air. Need to pay attention where I'm going. So yeah, now I've got that engineering department and the ship printer, then I can do those sorts of things. And I don't know whether I'll actually do them on camera. I mean, you've seen me grind down stuff with the centipede before, although I'll probably make the thing on camera just because it's such a cool machine, that ship printer, which now that mention it, there's also the whole control room and all that to finish off as well. So got to put some props and things in there and make it a bit more functional. And yeah, so again, I'm not too sure whether I'll actually end up doing that on camera because it can be quite, I don't know. I think it's probably a bit boring for you to watch, you know. So that's why I quite like doing those sped up things so you can get a glance at what I'm doing, but also not get bored with it. So just while we continue up to the bung here, I have a bit more of a chat about some of the other things that I want to do, because now that I've finished off those production facilities, you know, that's a big chunk of work, which now it just opens up the door that I've got those things in place. I can really ramp up some of the fabrication and stuff that I'm doing. So one thing I want to do is, once again with fortifications, is have some remote sort of Ugh. Dag nabbit. Am I stuck? I'm stuck. Hang on, stand by. Well, I don't think I'm going back, so I'll just get this out of the way and we'll go forward. Yeah, so I'm keen on doing some little remote mini bases with some fortifications, you know, so if I do get chased by drones, then sort of lead them that way, and I think they'll be a bit more effective than the angry lions were on sentries. So essentially sentries, remote sentries, so that's one thing I want to do. Space, yep, still need to get up into space and head off to the moon. That's probably a little bit later on, still more stuff to do, and ooh, a little bit bumpy, but no, we're all out. Sweet. Right. Pay a bit more attention to where I'm driving. Yeah, so I do want to get to the moon, and yeah, but still a bit more to do around the base, hydrogen plant, that sort of thing, but also just the amenities, you know, so a command center, sleeping accommodation, med bay, all those sorts of things. So there's still lots to do, heaps to do, but yeah, that doesn't really, ooh, a few shots there. Oh, well, we're here. Yeah, that doesn't really answer the question of what we're going to do later this episode, but I'm sure something will come up. As I say, it's going to be one of those days of planning nothing and doing lots. Right, just find a little place to park. I think just tuck down in behind here, it might be alright. A little bit of a galley that should give me some protection there. And despite getting stuck and airborne a few times, that was actually a cool little drive, that was. I enjoyed that, especially since the last few times on this terrain I was driving the Beast, which is a lot more stressful. Okay, so we'll just head down here, get the gun out. Actually, this is an awesome little galley. This will get you right up to it. This might have actually even worked without the missiles, but yeah, anyway, I was happy to use the angry lime, especially after the sort of first failures, but let's not talk about that again. Right. Okay, just duck over this little bit here, and yeah, I don't think any can see me. So there was one here on the left and one on the sort of back. So there should be one at the opposite end and one over the other side. So I don't think there was any on top, no. So I'll just gently nudge over here and not get stuck. Right. So I think there's one just over here. Yep, there it is. Sweet, it's not even getting me. Awesome. One down. And the other one will be at the end here. See around the side. Oh, there it is. And there it goes. Haha, awesome. Alright, so I'll just grind those down and get the ammo and stuff out of them. Because, yeah, the smoke does make the thing lag a bit. Well, I don't know if it's the smoke, but I have had a little bit of lag lately, and I don't think it's my big, huge, massive base. It seems to happen when I actually go over to the trading post, which is a bit odd, really, so I don't quite know why. Yeah, it might be something to do with the service occupation, or, yeah, I'm not too sure, because there are a few bases around like those fortress things over the other side. Now, those look like little gun holes in there. Yeah, is there anything actually in those? Yep, I think I spotted another gun in there. Okay, I'll just have a go at just nudging in. Oh, oh, gosh, that went wrong. I forgot I was sideways and I pressed the wrong button and I went forward instead of out of the way. Alright. See another one in there? Let's get rid of this. And that. Oh, there's one down the end there. They're not turning around. I don't know whether they can't or what the story is. But anyway, fish in a barrel. There's another one. Sweet. Now, they're down the far end, so no doubt there's... Oh, like one right there. Cool. And one on that side, yeah. Yeah, maybe they just can't reach me around this side. I'm not too sure. Now, I could destroy that battery. That will probably depower the whole... Oh, no, there's solar panels on top. Ooh, there's a med bay there. That's useful. Anything up there? I'll go back and check that. Med bay. That's, that'll be a good little bit of salvage. So that's another thing that I need to do. Yeah, med bay type thing back at Fort Rutherford. That's the last one. Awesome. Okay, so I'll just head upstairs now. See if there's one up there. Gently, gently. There's a glass panel there, so... No, all clear, I think. Awesome. It looks like there's a cargo container there, so I might just grind that down and re-weld it. Take control, and then what's in there? Just a little bit of ammo. 16 rounds to go with the thousands that have come off those interior turrets. And yeah, have a look in there. So here's a few turrets, but they're all incomplete. So that's, yeah, I believe that is base captured. Woohoo! Awesome. Okay, so yeah, I'll come back up here at some point with the centipede, but I will just fill up the buggy with my ill-gotten gains. So yeah, have to go back and grab it. It's just up here somewhere. Where is it? Left it here somewhere. There it is. There it is. Stop looking. I found it. Right, so just get this a bit closer. I'll be able to sneak in under that tree just there. That's not looking too rough. So yeah, handbrake off. I'll let off easier. So as I was saying before, I'll just bring this over and I'll grind down a few bits and pieces. And yeah, and then I'll head back to Fort Rutherford. And I think that will be me for the night. Not me for the episode, but yeah, I'm just gonna go to bed and make another day of it tomorrow or the next day. So I shall see you in a couple of days. Although for you it's probably going to be 10 seconds. So yeah, have a good one. See you soon. Alright, let me get back into it. So it has indeed been a couple of days. I've done a couple of bits and pieces around here, not a lot though, but I will just quickly show you through some of the stuff that I've done, or more relevantly, the stuff I haven't done. So first up, in this assembler here, I'm got it set to disassemble to get rid of all of that ammo that I picked up from the bunker, because I got a lot from up there, so I don't need that. We'll get rid of that, chop down. Now I had to put in a return line into the ingot container so that way it can get back in there. So that's good to have that set up now. And the other assembler I've got producing some core components, because yeah, you're going to have to make a lot of motors, engines and stuff later when I do the ship printing. So yeah, actually there's just another return line over there, which is so I can actually pull components back into those assemblers if I do decide to disassemble them. So yeah, and you can see here, that's that ingot return line, and that's the component return line, which goes via the ingots if I need to disassemble anything I've maybe got too much of. Alrighty, on to the next thing, which, yeah, that's going to be the control room. So we'll go in here and you'll be expecting it to be absolutely chocker full of stuff and gizmos and all sorts, and no, it's still empty. But what I did do is put this little window out here, which has got my control seat in. So I've set up all the controls on this and removed those temporary ones out of the bay, out of the engineering bay. So I'm quite happy with this little exposed window cockpit type thing. Yeah, it's gives good viewing and can do everything. Did take a little bit of wrangling, more so for the stuff that's underneath me than actually up here, because just that, yeah, had to do some stuff with that walkway, which we'll have a look at next. We're just waiting for this to come up. It is a bit slow. But as for the rest of the control room, yeah, I will fill that up with some stuff. I'm thinking I'll put some projector tables in and have some projections going of my blueprints. And I'll put a few screens up around the place and yeah, all that sort of stuff. So that's now up. We can move that to its welding position. And I think I can close the lid while it's doing that. Yeah, sweet. So on with the tour. Do the last bit, which is these walkways and things. So I just, as I say, had to dip them down to sort of get them under. It's so cool how that does that. Had to dip them underneath, and through this door I have toilets, facilities, and a little sort of snack kitchen type thing. Well, at least I will when I build it. Yeah, so moving on quickly. Yeah, and then I've just put some shelves and stuff down here, so there's still quite a bit more work to do in this sort of area, but yeah, I'm really happy with how that's coming up, and especially considering I didn't really know how I was going to do it, so yeah. And yeah, last but not least, a couple of signs, one on that side, one on the side, just with the engineering department, so yeah. Right, moving on to the blast doors. Alright, so these blast doors are something that I sort of wanted to do right from the very start, so it's good to get them out of the way. Just create a bit of a groove in here so I know where they're going to go and get access underneath, but the doors will actually go on top of the floor, so we're going to open up. So we'll end up putting this floor back in. Now, the first thing I'm going to have to do is drill out a groove for them to retract back into, so I'm just going to set up some pistons and some drills. I think that's going to be a lot easier than hand drilling. And then I can keep the stone and stuff as well, because this is going to use quite a bit of steel to make this. I'll just grab some components before I cut that conveyor. So yeah, it would be good to collect the stone and yeah. Right, so I'll pop this in, just change the colour, most important thing. There we go. So I'm going to set up my typical arrangement of pistons with one extended and 3 retracted, and I think that should be enough to get in there. I have been sort of thinking about measuring them up, and I think if I only use the 2 pistons then I don't quite get far enough, so I have to sort of do it this way. Also, I do sort of have to start in the middle somewhat. When I say in the middle, the pistons kind of have to start in the middle, because I've still got to fit in some drills and stuff on the end, and if I want to get the whole height of the tunnel, then sort of in the middle is where I need to start, because of course it curves off. And yeah, another reason why I've put the groove in the floor is so I can get some drills underneath, because for the door I'm going to have 2 sets of pistons, 2 pairs of them, so a pair up on top and a pair down below, because I think the door will just be too heavy to lay on, sort of either hang off the ones at the top or lay on the ones at the bottom. So yeah, and I have to use the merge blocky thing there as well, so retract this back out and hopefully it doesn't hit the wall, and then I'll put in a few more along the top there. Alright, now moving on to the drill heads. I'm going to use small drill heads because big ones will just be too big, too heavy, too much to build. Yeah, so go with a small grid. So I'm going to have to adapt that down. So I'm going to pop a rotor on here. Get the right rotor, advanced rotor. And yeah, I'll just put a small head on it to adapt it down. So that's all good. Just use the old build vision here and add a small head. It's such a cool little mod, this build vision, especially for this sort of stuff, instead of having to try and find the thing. And I'm just going to lock all this down so it doesn't move. Last thing I want's the things to twist. I'm going to keep them straight. And yeah, just put the conveyor block on there as an adapter, and then I'll chuck quite a few drills on the front. Stand by. My word, that took a while. Yeah, I've got most of the drill heads in, but just need to put some in the ceiling, so I'm going to have to like figure out where they're sort of going, create a little bit of a groove, because the pistons are going to have to be up here. So I'm thinking that oh, there's the framework for the lights. Yeah, I'm thinking just having them recessed a little bit, but not too much. I'll just try and link these up. They should link up. It's all on the same grid. No, not happening. I'll just drill a bit more out. Gently does it. There we go. We should be there now. Yeah, so I think that level there, I'll put a row of blocks along, and then yeah, I'll put the pistons up there. So, but just for now, I just need to put a few of these blocks in just to make a little bit of a guide, so that I don't go a bit crooked with my hand drilling. As I say, this is taking a very long time, and the episode is racing along. And these doors, yeah, I don't think there's going to be anything too majorly tricky with them. I just think they're going to take a while with all the welding and stuff. I'm hoping that I'll set up all the framework for them and use the centipede to weld up the bulk of it. But yeah, we'll just see how we go. So with that in mind, I think I might just blast through all this and maybe come back with a finished product. Fingers crossed. Yeah, bring on the music. Alright, so this is where I shall come back to normal speed. Just trying to put this button in so I can operate them. And that's not really working. I think the rock's in the way, so Anyway, the doors are all done, and my word, that took a long time. You can see the sun's actually come up. We're daytime again now. It wasn't tricky or complicated. I mean, there was a bit to sort out with the pistons and whatnot, but no, it just was a large thing. Took a long time to weld, a long time to set up. Digging out the grooves for the recess for the doors took quite a while. The whole thing just took a long time to do. However, it is all done, so we'll give it a test. Just sorting out these blast doors pistons into a group and just double check that they are the right way. Right, so I think we're ready to go. And yeah, hit the reverse button. Fingers crossed. And toes. Seems to be working alright. This is the first time I've done this, yeah. Hopefully, yeah, that's scraping across the top of the floor right. Yeah, but here's the... Hopefully I got it right. Yeah, awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I was a bit worried they might crash into each other, that I had my measurements wrong, and yeah, but no, that's awesome. Alright, now we'll open them back up, see if that works. Because, yeah, the button's got to go on the other side. There we go. I will put some sound effects in and something at some point. But, yeah, that's really good. That's awesome. Alrighty then. Yeah, I'll just put this button on here so I can set that up to open and close it. I have to sort out something on the outside. I do need to probably put in like a doorway around the edge of it, which I'll do off camera probably just so I can get in while it's closed. So I'll sort something out there. And yeah, but we need to finish off today, so I'm going to do the centipede grinder module and yeah, print that off. I'll print off another storage module, and yeah, then I'll head off over to the bunker and grind that down, and that's probably where you'll find me next episode, which I think I'm probably gonna have a think about what I'm actually gonna do next episode. So there's a long list of stuff to do. Yeah, just looking at that angry line though, maybe I need to do a bunker for that. Yeah, there's also storage for the centipede and things, and I've got a big long list, so I'll choose something. But for now, I will just continue to marvel at these blast doors, which have really come up how I expected them. I thought they were going to be pretty cool, and yeah, that's pretty awesome. Right, time to move on. Now I did get quite a lot of resource out of those two plungers, so yeah, quite a bit of nickel and silicon. Iron almost up to 200,000, which I was down to about 75k, so yeah, that was a pretty good amount came out of there, so it was well worth plumbing all that in and getting that. Components, yep, got quite a few components there, so I think that's going to be enough for the ship printing. Although I might just add a few more power cells and radio comms and stuff as well. So, and with that, yep, we'll call it a day. I'll just continue printing off these modules and head off over to the bunker, which is where we will meet next time. So until then, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you did enjoy today. Got all over the place and yeah, did a little bit of stuff. So yeah, stay safe out there and have a good one. Catch you next time.